Hey guys, it's Monet here, and I'm so happy to be back on YouTube. Let's just take a moment and applaud this. And I do have good news. I am here to stay. I have so much to unpack with you guys, and I said, like, what better way to talk to my YouTube family by doing a get ready with me. So yes, I'm prepping for a wedding, and just like that's happening in like 2 hours, an hour and a half. And yes, we're gonna get right into it. I want to do a life update. I want to tell you guys what I've been up to and like future plans, and like so much change has happened, and I just can't wait to share with you guys. So let's get right into this video. Okay, so this is a get ready with me. I actually did my hair last night. I braided and everything, you know, put oil, water, all that good stuff. It was raining all day today, and I think the humidity got to it, so it's kind of puffy a little bit more than I would like. So I'm actually gonna braid it real quick. I have like at least an hour for it to sit in braids, so I'm gonna go ahead and try that to see if it's gonna stretch out or not. So let me go ahead and do that right now. Okay, now that my hair is pulled up, please excuse these super ugly braids. I did them in like 5 minutes, and I'm not that great of a braider. I just needed to like take off the makeup I'm already wearing right now, because this is just like simple work makeup, and honestly I've been sweating and I just don't want to reapply makeup on like not a clean base. So I kind of want to give you guys a recap, and then I'm gonna tell you everything that's been happening. So this year, 2020 to 21, I have been working at the business school at my university, which is Wake Forest University. So I graduated from undergrad in May 2020, and then I started my new job like 2 months after that at the business school. And basically what my job was a fellowship, a 1-year fellowship, when Wake Forest chooses like 10 recent graduates and places them in different offices around campus to learn about higher education, and it's a 1-year full-time position. And so like towards the end of the fellowship, like, you know, you have to find another job, like, so that, you know, in itself is stressful. But the real reason why I decided to work full-time was because I wanted to pursue my master's in sustainability. I am very passionate about the environment, passionate about sustainability. I have always wanted to make the world a better place, and I think through sustainability, that's like the best way to do that, honestly, especially for someone who just really cares about the world and longevity of the world, and just making sure we're really taking care of the environment. So that's what my master's is in, and my master's is a 1-year program, and so I finished that in August. So yes, so this entire year I've been going to school full-time, and I have been working full-time, and in that, just that in itself was like a roller coaster. It's probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. It was very tough. Oftentimes I was like, man, I'm doing way too much, something's got to give. But you know, through perseverance, through believing in yourself, I was able to do that. And that just goes to show you guys, whatever you put your mind to, no matter how big your goal is, if you really do the work, like, it's completely possible. Like, girl, recent graduate, decided to jump right into grad school and work at the same time. You can do it if that's something that you want to do. And I did it all without having any debt. So like, that's an accomplishment in itself. Even if I'm gonna do more videos about like university, school, and being debt free, that's something I'm really proud of and something that I've worked for, and I really want to share my journey with you guys, but that's another video. Oh, and by the way, my skin is just like terrible just because of like stress and like all the crazy stuff that's been happening. So anyways, I'm putting this concealer on. So, you know, I had been scrambling to find a job like around, I'd say, March. So that was something that was really stressful for me. I'm like, am I gonna find the right job? Am I gonna be able to get hired? Like, those were stresses. And so I actually had 2 job interviews. I was doing the interview process, I was doing like assessments, I was creating projects, you know, so that they can see if I'm the best candidate and I can get a feel for what the job would look like. So that was a pretty intense process in itself. So at the same time I was looking for a job, I was also looking for an internship, because one of the requirements from a master's sustainability program is to have like a SUSTE environmentally focused internship. And so I'm like scrambling to find an internship as well. So like lots of stress there. And thankfully, you know, I had some connections with the city and I was able to get an internship with the city of Winston-Salem. So I, you know, landed the internship. Basically, I'm doing some sustainability assessments for the parks, for Parks and Recreation. So like Salem Lake and Bethabra and like Hobby Park and like all these different parks. So I'll be doing that. And I started that in July. So that's been really cool. And so in that job process, when I was looking for, you know, between those two jobs, I landed one. So I'll be working for the Piedmont Environmental Alliance, and that is basically a sustainability focused nonprofit that's, you know, focusing on building the community, climate resilience, like completely aligns with the work that I want to do. So I was super ecstatic. It's a part-time position, so I only work like 25 hours a week. So I'm like, yeah, let's get it. And I started that July 1st. So I kind of completed my old job at the business school June 30th, and I started my new job next day, July 1st. So right now, you know, I'm doing my internship and I'm doing my part-time job with a nonprofit. So it's kind of busy, kind of crazy, but I'm really enjoying myself. And I forgot to mention, so kind of in the process, maybe like early June, middle June, one of my old professors contacted me and asked me to be a researcher for his consulting company. And of course I was ecstatic. I was like, yes, I'm going to take this opportunity. It's so funny because I'm very much an introvert. So like, oftentimes I kind of miss the opportunity to connect with my professors, but I guess he saw value in the work I was, you know, presenting in class and really wanted to bring me along with his company. And so that was like a really, really cool moment. And the consulting opportunity was just 3 weeks, working with the client and, you know, creating a product that they could use. And so that was like an amazing experience. I just wrapped that up. It was a lot of hours, but I mean, and it was a lot of research. So since I was a research person, like I was researching hours and hours and hours. But guys, I've been researching my whole life. Like that's probably one of my strengths. So it was a really fun thing to do. And I'm kind of viewing myself at this point as a consultant. So kind of the work I'm doing with the city is making recommendations, you know, for next steps for them and their parks and how to make community engagement better, how to fix their environmental problems. So like with that sustainability consulting gig with the city, doing that for my professor, and kind of doing my part-time position, I'm kind of viewing myself and shifting the way I'm thinking about my career as more of a consultant, because these aren't full-time positions. You know, they're shorter, they don't require like 8 hours of the day. And honestly, I like giving myself that freedom and flexibility to like create my own schedule and to decide when I work, and also being able to work from home. So both those, I guess all three of these opportunities, I'm able to work remote, and that has just proved so much value for someone who's like a little bit lazy, for someone that has like a crazy schedule. I'm still been teaching dance on top of doing all that stuff. So even like this year, when I've been doing school and work, I was teaching dance on top of that. So it's just really helpful for someone that has a crazy, insane schedule like myself to be able to work, you know, remote. And I mean, guys, I'll be working, doing schoolwork or doing like work at like 12 o'clock at night, just because if that's how it works for me. If I'm like a night owl, it just works better. So I wanted to make this video for those of you that like kind of have this strict idea of like what works looks like and what your career might look like. You don't have to work 8 to 5 to make a living. Like me, I'm working like 8 to 2, and then I might go teach dance like in the evenings. It's very, very flexible. It's different schedule. Like I can go walk my dog in the middle of the day now, and I can go work out in the middle of the day. So I just love that flexibility, and yeah, I'm gonna make more videos about like kind of owning your own schedule. Especially the pandemic's taught us that you don't have to be in an office the entire day to get work done. And also I've realized that it's very difficult for me to say no. Like I value like any opportunity that comes my way. And I realize that some people aren't like that. And one of those people being my boyfriend. We were just talking about like the opportunity that my professor provided me with and how I like jumped on it. And I mean, it's research, so it's not incredibly interesting stuff. I mean, I was doing like pesticide commercialization and figuring out like what's the process for putting a new chemical on the market. And one night, like me and my boyfriend like watching TV, and I'm like at it doing research. He's like, no one could pay me money to like do what you're doing. And I'm just the opposite. Like any opportunity comes up my way, I'm like, oh my god, I can learn from this. Like this is so great. That's just how I am. And that's not how Quentin is, which is fine. I just realized that I kind of operate differently, and I'm used to working really hard. So right now, kind of balancing this internship and my new position. And then also, I mean, I just finished that consulting opportunity. So yeah, and then balancing dance on top of all of that. I'm preparing for an art museum performance in August. It's actually on my birthday, so of course I'll be doing a vlog about that. But you know, the creative process for doing that, I was working with a musician, and we did like an improv session. So yeah, lots of stuff. It's very hard for me to say no because I just want to do everything. But that's just like a little deep dive into what I'll be doing. And I'm actually starting to teach at a new studio starting August. So I'll be teaching at my mom's studio, I'll be teaching at that new studio, and then I'll also be working part-time. So kind of balancing these part-time positions give me the salary of a full-time position, and also giving me the flexibility. But I definitely see dance as like, I mean, I don't really see it as a job. I mean, I love teaching class. I love talking and having fun with students. I mean, being a dance teacher is like a very rewarding job. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I love it. It's so much fun. So wherever I go and wherever life takes me, I do know that I need dance to be like a big part of that. Why did I put this on before I put eyeliner? Let me backtrack real quick. Okay, now that I put on some eyeliner, another thing that like really motivates me and things that I'm thinking about now, I mean, I am like very focused on like financial freedom and what that looks like for me. And I've been like, in every single decision I make, I'm thinking about 5 years ahead of time. Like I definitely don't make decisions impulsively. So like I have made the decision to stay home with my parents and save money. And I know that's like very unpopular opinion. Like most people don't do that. Like most people, like after they graduate, they're like, I'm ready to get out. Like, I want that adult life. Me, I mean, I just am very happy with like subtle things. Like I love being with my family. I love working with dancers, and I get like all of that. I love my dog, and like literally I'm at my most happiest when I'm like watching Gossip Girl with my mother. Like I like value that time. So maybe I'm just wired differently and I'm weird, but just imagine like paying for grad school for an entire year. Like I paid for it for myself. I didn't get help by my parents. I didn't get any loans out. I got a full ride to Wake Forest in undergrad, and I'm strategically staying home so that I can save money so that I can prepare for my future. Like I want financial freedom. I'm thinking about my wedding. Like I have like a whole savings fund just for my wedding, for my honeymoon. Like of course I'm not even engaged yet, but like I'm thinking ahead. And so it might be weird. I just might be a weirdo girl. You guys let me know in the comments if like I'm just weird and I need to grow up or whatever, but definitely strategically staying home. I have this cousin who is a traveling nurse, and she stayed home like 10 years after graduation. I mean, of course she had stipends to like travel, you know, do her nurse thing, but she never got her own apartment and would always just like commute back and forth or go back home. And she's buying her house, her house now. She like did not have to, you know, have an apartment rent. Like, she just bought a house, and I think that is like the coolest, most amazing thing. I get to have this amazing relationship with my parents, and I honestly have no complaints. I'm interested in this like conversation, so please post your thoughts in the comments. Like, I would love to hear what you think. Okay, I was trying to decide if I should wear eyelashes, and I don't want to be like too dramatic because I don't know. Should I wear eyelashes? I don't know. I'm gonna go with yes. Whatever. Go big or go home, right? Or people will just be looking at me like, why is that girl doing the most? Eyelashes it is. I definitely need to make a run to Ulta. Definitely running out of foundation. And lately I've just been like mixing my foundation and moisturizer together, and I've like noticed that it just makes a really nice blend. I don't know, it makes the foundation just look more natural to me. I don't know if you guys have ever tried that, or maybe you might consider doing that, and let me know in the comments if it makes it look better. I really want to contour my face, but I feel like this is not the time to be experimenting with contouring because I'm like the world's worst contourer and like need so much work. Yeah, I just won't risk it. I don't even think I have the powder, so like, yeah, I couldn't do it. I'll just stick with some blush. Alright guys, even though I don't have any powder, I'm just gonna go for it because why not? So I'm using the Juvia's Place. Ooh, I was about to put that underneath my eyes. That would have been bad. Using the Juvia's Place concealer, and this bad boy is like pigmented to the max. So I'm just gonna put like a dot. Maybe like two. Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna do that and like see what happens. Yeah, that junk is crazy. You saw how I only put one dot and like it's just taking over my whole face. I think I messed up. Like, yeah, I might have messed up, guys. Oh, I should just listen to my conscience. My conscience said, girl, you don't know what you're doing. Like, wait. And literally it's 5:17 and the wedding starts at 6. So like, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Like, oh my, oh Jesus. Oh no, this looks better. Oh, let me fix right there. This looks better. Okay, we're good, we're good. I got a little bit concerned like midway through there. Now the hardest part. Now I think you just, I'm just gonna, yeah, that should be good. Yeah. You can't even see it. Like, it might match my color too much. I might need a darker concealer for the contour part. It's just like, how do you make the line or make the shape without, does that just look like a block of black? Like a block of darkness? Oh guys, I'm scared. I'm scared for myself. Okay, I don't know. Alright guys, I probably butchered my makeup. I tried to fix it. I don't know if I contoured, like, whatever. I tried. Going in with the blush. Blush will just make it better, right? Okay. Wow, I look really dolled up and this was not intentional. Okay. Okay, so I have my dress on. I'll be putting these shoes. Oh, I need to change my earrings. Alright guys, so this is kind of the finished look. My hair did stretch out a little bit. Let me know where the light is. My hair did stretch out a little bit. I'm sorry I'm so sweaty right now. I'm kind of hot and I was rushing, so I was a little nervous. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. This is like my Easter dress I wore when I was like maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, I can't wait to go to the wedding. Let's get it. Alright guys, so we just got back from the wedding. I had an absolute blast. I enjoyed myself so much. Weddings are like my favorite event to go to, so I just love watching love and all of that, and yeah, it's just so beautiful. But I will see you guys next time. I am exhausted, so yeah, don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys so much. Be ready for more content coming your way because a girl is employed and I've got flexibility, and I'm almost done with school, and yeah, so love you guys. See you. Bye.